Jalen, it is time for your favorite segment where you decide what we discuss. It is Keep It Moving.
Woo Tang, Woo Tang.
If you would like to discuss the topic, say hit the brakes. If not, we keep it moving. Jalen, first up, we have an update on how many people have used the Tattletale hotline in the NBA bubble.
Oh, hit the brakes. Hit the brakes, please, immediately.
According to our guy, Chris Haynes, not a single person has called the quote-unquote snitch hotline in the NBA bubble. I would have thought by now someone would at least made a joke. You know what I mean? Someone would at least made a joke and called up. You can't tell me there's that many 20-somethings down there and not one of them called the hotline. Come on, I would call it the first day.
Take it from a son of a former player and an NBA lifer. Mob rules, my brother. Mob rules. They might as well be doing meetings in steam rooms with mothballs in their mouths. Okay? Not going to be able to do the snitch hotline.
Why in the steam room? Moving on. There's more and more good news about one of your favorite players on one of your former teams. Keep it moving or hit the brakes.
Hit the brakes on this.
Well, once upon a time, Victor Oladipo was not going to participate in the finishing of the NBA season, and now it looks increasingly like he will. Do you think he should play if he can?
If he's healthy, absolutely. And the NBA is continuing to get some great storylines. Because all of a sudden you interject one of the best players in the game and definitely in the East back on the Indiana Pacers in a wild card scenario in a bubble, enthusiastic to play and healthy, and it excites me to think about him and Malcolm Brogdon finally playing together. I remember when he first signed, I was like, he's an underrated playmaker, and him and Victor Oladipo are going to be the best backcourt in the East. And all of a sudden, he's probably going to come back. We shall see.
I would love to see it. Victor Oladipo is one of my favorite players in the NBA. Great personality as well. Moving on, Jalen. The group that wants to buy the Mets just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Keep it moving or hit the brakes.
The brakes.
When it was just Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez, it kind of made some sense. But you add to that, and wait for it, Travis Kelce, DeMarco Murray, and Brian Urlacher. Jalen, did they call you? Did you say no or yes?
Well, I would bet that a lot of them Jacoby are first-generation millionaires, that their family didn't live in the suburbs until they made it to the league or start entertaining. So this is how I've always felt like a couple of these teams should have been able to get purchased. You pull multiple entertainers and athletes together and you try to buy a squad. And one of my favorite teams was Doc Gooden and Darryl Strawberry on the Mets with Keith Hernandez. I absolutely holla at me, A-Rod. I got some chips I want to put up. Get at
How much
boy.
money would you put up? How much money would you put up to buy the Mets?
It depends on how much stake I could get, but it sounds like this is a $5 to $10 million proposition.
There you go. J-Lo, hit up J-Ro. Moving on. Tyreek Hill got embarrassed, and it's on video, and I want to show it to you. Keep moving or hit the brakes.
Dog, hit the brakes.
I know you've seen this one by now, but let's check in on Tyreek getting some work in. There he is, just playing some defense. Nice. What do you think of that?
That was a nice catch. And by the way, can I just do this? So many times people talk about the best receivers in the game: Julio Jones, DeAndre Hopkins, Odell Beckham, Michael Thomas. Can y'all put some respect on Tyreek Hill's name? That's one of the reasons why Patrick Mahomes just kind of signed a 10-year contract, because he's adept at getting open and making plays like that. But shout to that young fella who made that catch on him. That was awesome.
So, Jalen, take us behind the curtain, because that just brought to mind something. Patrick Mahomes didn't make potentially $500 million on his own. He had a lot of help from the people around him. Do you think that there's some sort of protocol where he just, kicks back a little bit of some of that money in a certain way with a present or a gift or something to the people that allowed him to get that contract?
Well, number one, he already did by going 10 years, 500, and ending any conversations of whether he's going to be leaving and going somewhere else. That's big for your superstar player. Now, everybody else can be invested because they know he's going to be there. And don't sleep on the fact that they're going to be able to adjust his contract along the way. They have put together the type of weapon. Shout to their GM. Shout to Andy Reid. They've done a terrific job of building a coaching staff. Like, they have something special. Let's see how many championships they can win.
Oakley has unveiled the sort of mask that they'll be using in the NFL season to help fight the spread. Okay, moving. Yeah, thank you.
We keep it moving.
We now know when we will see the very first live game action of our girl Sabrina Ionescu in the Liberty jersey. Jalen, she will go up against Breanna Stewart in the debut of the WNBA season, and I can't wait to see her in those Liberty colors. I am now the biggest Liberty fan that you know.
And that says a lot as Sir Die Easy that does the best job of rooting for a team and or a player and then forgetting about them. For some strange reason, you've adopted Ionescu and it stuck. Maybe it was the triple doubles. I don't know. Putting up work in college against UConn. I don't know. But for some strange reason, her and Stewart stuck. How did they do it? What happened in your heart?
I just love Sabrina's game so much. And she's local and it's a New York team. And you know what? I think Lobo was on the Liberty at one point, and I love Rebecca Lobo.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.